Okay, so just got done seeing Companion. It was really good, actually. I remember seeing this trailer one time a couple months ago, and I really didn't pay too much attention to it because I like Jack Quaid a lot, and I think I slightly got it mixed up with another of his upcoming movies, Novocaine. I don't know, but I saw enough of the trailer just to remember that I was going to go see it, but I definitely did not remember anything about the bulk of the story whatsoever as far as the setup, and I'll be surprised to watch the trailer again and have the movie not be spoiled, because the basic premise of the movie is a big spoiler if you ask me, because the movie does a really good job of setting up and kind of slowly getting you involved into kind of some of the things that's going on. And it's really, really hard to talk about this movie without giving away anything. And when it comes to many things, as far as movies go, I hate giving away hardly anything. And even if I talk about themes in this, I'll give away what probably most people will I would guess already know, because I'm going to assume that the trailer gave away the obvious, well, I don't want to say anything, but it was one thing I noticed was that it was a good script. You could tell that everything, for the most part, was thought out and covered. There was barely really any parts that you felt that a character was doing something just to progress the movie forward, making a bad decision or being stupid about something just so the next scene can happen. That never really felt like something in this. And each time that it could have delved into something that you might have rolled your eyes at, it thought of something to cover its tracks. And I think a lot of movies fail at that nowadays. There's so many things that I'm like watching the movie and I'm like ashamed at the script that they were okay with plot holes or inconsistencies. And I was mostly enjoying this, so I did not try to pick it apart too much. But I feel that it's a rather tight movie. So it's a really good script. I thought there was a lot of things that I was wondering about, and the movie knows that you're going to be wondering about these things, and then the answers come, as it goes on. It's obviously thinking about the possibility of a future. There is a callback to a movie from 1991. And I don't want to mention it because it might it would obviously lead to the spoiler territory, even though it's not really spoilers for what I think most people would consider a spoiler. But for me it is, because the movie did a great job of, like I said, easing you into some of the things that it sets up. But there's like a bit of a nod to something from 1991. And that movie from 1991 kind of was like a warning for future. And now that the future is here, not exactly like 1991 saw it, but or I guess as far as the ideas of what the future could happen, we're not there yet. But with some of the newer technologies that's happening right now, you got to ask yourself, is anyone really thinking about these new technologies? Is anyone really thinking about, are we going too far? Are we just taking something at like AI, for instance? Are we just accepting AI and moving forward with it without double thinking it? Are we trusting that the makers of any AI platforms and whatnot, how do they know that they're foolproofing something that could potentially get too much power? You see that all the time. But there's another thing that's happening in culture, you see a degradation of some aspects of culture, and the future, probably the near future ahead of us, could definitely bring in some fears that you just see things going. It's going to be inevitable, and it already is at a base level, but it's going to be inevitable that the future is certainly going to be like it is in this movie. And this movie kind of flips it, though. Instead of possibilities of the future being one way, we ask ourselves, well, is it really the future that we have to worry about, or humanity itself? But I don't know. There's some good themes in this movie, especially with some of the dialogue at the end. Some ideas that I think is really good. I would definitely recommend seeing this. There's not a dull moment in it. Like I said, I think it's a pretty smart script. I love that there's a Russian drinking vodka early in the morning. That's hilarious. But overall, yeah, like I said, I really do not want to say much about this other than I had a really good time, and it was much smarter and much better than I think someone else. Like, I tell you what, there's a movie that came out a couple of years ago in January, I believe it was January, that was kind of similar to this, but I thought that it just fell flat on its face. Seemingly people liked it, and it's getting a sequel, but I thought it was okay. It was okay enough to watch, but in the end, I thought it was just a weak script and weak direction, and just did not really work as a whole. I never wanted to see it again after I saw it for the first time. I cannot wait to see this again. I will definitely enjoy watching this, and I'm going to guess, because there's not that many people in this theater, and I'm going to guess that by the time it comes out on physical media and streaming and all that, there's going to be some great opportunities to show this to other people and know that they're going to like it. As long as they like the genre or whatever, you know that this movie is good enough that it's hard to really find faults with. But yeah, like I said, go see it, and then I'm sure it'll be a movie that you'll be able to find other people to show to them, and you won't have a problem rewatching it again. And hopefully it's not too telling of what the future could be like. But yeah, I don't mention it too often, but like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one.